Just want you to know my intention is not to promote this device or say that it sucks or say that it's great and you must have it. It is just to play around with this Maximus 3.0 and for you to experience me using it at the same time and just to check it out. Hey everyone, I had the opportunity to review and play with a Maximus 3.0, which is Matco's version of the Launch Diagnostic tool. So Matco and Launch teamed up to make this tablet, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty rugged design. One thing they did not do on the previous version is it did not have a kickstand, so that's pretty nice. You have this kickstand that you can put out and you can support it. You could also hang it if you needed to hang it or carry it around, which is a nice feature of this. Now this bad boy runs on Android software. It does come with a docking station, charger, it has a wireless dongle, which I have right here. This is how you scan the car through OBD2 port, and it is wireless, so that's a nice feature. You're not tethered to the device. You can move around. Just want to mention the wireless dongle is pretty rugged, so I don't foresee a problem with this. Now this device is really something that a shop would purchase because of its cost, which I'll go over at the end. But I want to scan a couple of vehicles and see what it can see and see what it can do. It also has a subscription service that you can buy separate, which is a diagnostic called Max Fix. It says right here, get the fix on your screen. So it will take into account all the information that other people have done to repair cars, and it'll give you a list, and it will tell you, hey, your oxygen sensor is the most likely cause. Or, you know what, everybody's replacing coils for this particular fault code. So this Max Fix subscription gives you information to fix cars if you're not familiar with certain brands. And it's a great way to save money because it gives you the most likely cause. Still should do regular diagnosis, but it does help out. And for some models, like on a BMW, you have the circle connector on older cars like mine is. It does come with the adapters for that. Unfortunately, I did forget the adapter, so I'm not going to be able to scan the car through that, but we're going to go ahead and see what we can see through the OBD2, and then I'm going to try my wife's car in my truck. We'll see what kind of activations and information we can find. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. Most OBD2 connections are on the driver's side. On my E46, it's right here. Plug that in, heard a double beep. Lights are lit. Okay, let me go grab the tablet. It's supposed to have a 8 to 9 hour battery life, so I'm not tethered to any power supply. It should be perfectly fine to have me scan multiple cars. I haven't played with this a lot, so let's play with this. Run diagnosis. All right, let's see. So we got max VIN, vehicle voltage, readiness, maybe for readiness codes. Okay, maintenance reset. That's pretty nice. So it's got maintenance resets, automotive, heavy duty, previous season. Hope you can see that. All right, so max VIN. I think what this will do is, oh, it's already reading the VIN. Better turn the key on. All right, so it wants a VIN. If I hit this right here, it should switch to the camera, and you can actually take a picture of your VIN, which I might need to get a light. All right, open the garage door. Let's see if I can see my VIN now. There it goes, nice. So you can use the camera to scan your VIN, and it will pull the information up on your car. Alright, so it pulled my VIN. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. It's decoding the VIN. Scanner's flashing. Alright, so there it is. I have a 1999 328. Alright, we can do scan history and diagnostic. Let's see, software can diagnose the electronic control systems of BMWs from 1990 to 2019, including engine, chassis, body, and other parts. Nice. Alright, so let's go into the diagnostic. Alright, let's see. We got a E46, tells you what it is, 3 Series, 328, gearbox, manual, 1999, and it says it is an M52 engine, which actually this is an M52 TU engine, so it doesn't differentiate correctly for that. Let's go to the next step. Alright, please wait. Sorry about the glare, I'm trying to find a good spot, but this is where the screen was the clearest with the sunlight. Alright, so you can code and program on this. We got a health report. I have no idea what that is. Let's see. Communicating, please wait. Alright, so that took about 5 minutes to go through all of the modules, and then it only came up with the DME, or engine control module, that we can take a look at. So I guess that's one downfall, is if you're just scanning it for a quick scan, it could take 5 minutes or so. Alright, so let's take a look. We can read fault codes, clear fault modes, read data stream, actuation test, that's pretty cool. Special function, read freeze frame data, that's helpful. So I do know if it can see other modules, you can activate windows, you can activate all different components in the car, probably secondary air pump, things like that, to see if they function, do they power up, you can check powers and grounds. So for that, this is a really good tester. Alright, engine throttle, my god, signal throttle sensor, anti-tampering protection. Oh, okay, scroll up. Pedal travel sensor, radiator outlet coolant temp. Well, I don't have any coolant in the car right now, so that could be why. And misfire cylinder 5. Alright, so let's see what we can see for Maximus fix. So if you had Maximus fix, you can go ahead and have it try to help you figure out what these fault codes mean. You can use Google search also. So let's do Google search for the misfire. I am connected to the internet. It's basically just going to pull up information, new BMW specials. So, I mean, it's really just going to give you information about engine and misfire, BMW F2. It's not very helpful actually for that. And how about radiator sensor, 0B. So there you go. So we get some YouTube videos on battery terminal, and steering angle sensor. Well, I guess that has nothing to do with coolant temp sensor. Pedal travel sensor, anti-protection. Let's try EWS. Let's see what Google search. Cost of an X1. Oh yeah. Very nice. Well, I think we'll just say that you can search yourself now, right? I can look up my own channel if I needed to. And let's see, I can go to Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel. Let's see, BMW DIY uploads, and look at that, hidden air leak. So you know what, if I needed to figure out about an N55 hidden air leak, let's see how this plays on this. Alright, we'll skip the ad in a second and we'll just take a quick look.
Hi everyone, I'm from Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel.
Well, that's pretty nice. The screen is pretty nice. The resolution's pretty nice. I like that. So, I mean, there's some value in this. You could actually hunt around and try to find information on the fly while you're in a car trying to figure something out. And the Google search is actually pretty fast. So, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go back home. I think there's not really much else I can do with this car. So, let's switch over to a different car. Alright, I'm in my Dodge Ram, and let's see if we get full functionality in this particular vehicle. Alright, OBD2 ports, front and center. Alright, plug that in. We'll get started here and see what we can figure out on this car. So it held my other vehicle, and I need to now figure, here's a stop. Okay, end session. Okay, so you have to end the session. And it warns you not to forget the dongle or VCI. Okay, let's end this session. Alright, it pulled my VIN from my truck. We can see live data, freeze frame, clear fault modes. Let's read the readiness codes. This is a newer car, so we might actually be able to see monitor status since DTCs. number of emissions related DTCs, status of test runs, at least one. Let's look at the status of test runs and see what we see. So this is passing. This is all my readiness codes for emissions. So it looks like I'm passing on everything. So that's good. Well, I'm actually, like I said, disappointed. Let's just take a look at some of the other quick features. The Maximus Fix. You can do tech to tech, so you can actually be off-site and still see information through an app. So you can have your buddy take a look at your fault codes if you had that. Save report, feedback, settings, applications, and that's really it. And the screen works just like an Android device, which, I mean, the screen is nice, but this is basically just a giant scan tool for my truck, unfortunately. Looks like it doesn't really provide me with any other useful information. I was about ready to step out and I noticed this. So it gives you all these different vehicles here, and I see Dodge. What does that do? This software can diagnose the electrical control system of a Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and it can diagnose the electrical control system of a Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Okay. 2019 or 1996 to 2017. Okay. Two different versions. I'm not sure why. Vehicle coverage, what's new, introduction. Sure, I'll just say okay. And let's see what it can do. Alright, I guess it doesn't know which connector I'm using. We're going to do automatic. And let's see what it can see. Alright, it did pull my information. I'm going to hit OK. And we got the same thing. We got the health report, system scan, service, and system selection. Let's look at service, because we didn't look at service on the other car yet. Alright, now we're into some good information. Steering angle sensor reset, tire pressure sensor reset, adaptive lighting, a battery reset. That's interesting. Electronic throttle sensor, and immobilizer and key programming. So that's well, does not mean that it supports other models. The scanning, okay. So maybe you can't program keys with this. Wireless tire pressure control. Okay, I don't know how I ended up with that. From the immobilizer. Steering angle sensor, I don't want to mess with that. ABS bleeding, okay. Sure, so that's going to activate your ABS module and purge any air from the module. Tire pressure reset, well, truck does it on its own too, so. Alright, we got a little bit in service. System scan, let's see what we can do with a system scan. So my truck has 72402 and the device says I have 72406, so a little bit of a discrepancy there. I'm not sure if it's just pulling different mileage information. Trying to keep the glare to a minimum here for you, so it looks like you can see a lot of information, so this is actually pretty good. Cabin compartment node, instrument cluster, TPMS, SRS, that's important. A lot of scan tools cannot read safety restraint system fault codes. HVAC, radio, hands-free module, door modules, and heated seat module. Let's look at a door module. So you just have to select which module you want to look at. Now, a regular scan tool cannot pull this type of information from body modules. This is what I found was interesting. So if you do an actuation test, you can actually activate certain components. So these are all the items. Let's see, window state. I guess I can look at, select a way to start the actuator. Oh, I can go up or down. Okay, so if I go down 5 seconds and my window behind me just opened, so I'm going to go up 5 seconds and there it goes back up. Okay, so if you needed to check for power to something, you needed to activate it, say you want to test your switch, you can activate components and then check voltages and whatnot, or you could see if a module has failed, because then your window would work, and this is basically would be taking the place of the module. So let's go back. So that's pretty helpful. I like that. Alright, so initialize and occupant restraint control. So I don't know if that is the seat mat or a module, and then you can reset the module if you had to. So I mean, some basic things. Let's see, read data stream. Let's see what data stream is. Okay. Alright, so this is actually pretty good information. Ignition voltage, first row seatbelt buckle state. As you can see, the status, first row driver seatbelt buckle state. You can select it, and then you hit OK, and it should tell me that it is unfastened. Okay, so we can test to see if the statuses are reading properly. And it's live, so it switched to fastened instantly. So that's actually really helpful for diagnosing certain components inside of a vehicle. I see this graph feature. I'm not sure what I can actually graph with a seatbelt. Oh, okay. So that's plugged in. You can actually see the signal. I unplug it, and there it goes. It drops out. So that's actually what the module is seeing. It's seeing it being pulled low or high. Right, go ahead and plug it back in. Should see a status change. And it drop. Unplug it. Should go back up. And that is what the module sees. Okay, interesting. Nice feature. You can record, report. You can save a sample. You can customize this graph. It's actually a pretty nice general graph. Fuse panel, passenger airbag status. System battery voltage signal, probably for the module. There's a lot of good information here. 14.8, I'm running the car. Go back. So passenger airbag status, vehicle speed signal. Whatever, this is pretty much everything. I don't know, you need the speed signal to see if it's going to deploy any airbags. Passenger airbag status. Okay, so in other words, do I have someone sitting in the passenger airbag? Let's take a quick look at that. And it's okay. So it doesn't say if someone's there, it just shows that it is enabled. And that just tells you that your seat mat is working correctly without any fault codes. One more thing, let's take a look at the radio. Alright, clear fault, system test. Let's see what we can do with the system test of the radio. So we have a tone test. I have the radio off, so let's see what happens. Test will send 3 tones to each speaker starting from the left front. Okay, sure. Will it do that with the radio off? I'm not sure. Let's see, I actually... Oh yeah. Okay, my instrument cluster's flashing. Connection lost. Uh-oh. Get box info failure. Let's see what happened. Alright, I managed to freak it out. Let's turn the radio on, and let's try the radio tone test again. Maybe because it was off, that means the module was not talking. Nope, still not happy. Well, let's go back. Let's see if we can read module information just to make sure that Maximus 3 has stopped. Open app again. Okay. Diagnostic service failure. Please start it again. Alright, well, I guess we had a hiccup. And I mean, that's why we play with these things, to see what we can see and what kind of issues happen. So, no electronic is perfect, obviously. Everything can have a hiccup, including phones and any kind of electronics. Did an auto. Let's do an auto search. Let's pull this info. Let's try that one more time. All right, I'm back to the same spot. It had to rescan the truck again, and let's try the radio test again because I want to see if that same weirdness happens. System test. Can we freak it out again? Now, I am not trying to sell you this. I am just playing with it because it's cool and I like playing with this type of electronics. Radio tone test. Performing a function. Okay, so I'll turn my radio up. And, okay. Ooh, that's painful. That's right, it is testing that's bigger. So it looks like it just did my driver's one, that's it. Test in progress. Okay. Adjusted my driver speaker for as much as I could tell. Alright, so let me turn the radio off. And what happened was it did the driver speaker again, and that's it. So it's supposed to actually switch from the driver to the passenger. My radio is now resetting, which I think is part of the function of this test that it's supposed to run. It's kind of a fail. You know, if I wanted to check all my speakers, all I could check would be just the driver's side. So, I mean, again, this is not a factory tool. This is just a launch software with a Matco specialization tool. So you get support from Matco, which is better than the support from launch. I am now in my wife's Mazda Mpv, and the OBD2 is, of course, also on the driver's side, right underneath, very easily accessible. This vehicle's a little dirtier than my truck, but I do have 2 kids, and my wife does not believe in cleaning her car, so... Alright, sorry for the reflection, but hard to not have a reflection with the sun right now. So we're going to run a diagnostic. Let's see if we can get into this vehicle, and let's see if we have an option for a Mazda. Alright, let's see. Mazda. Okay. So it does support a lot of manufacturers, you can see. Maserati, Mercedes, Renault, Porsche, Mazda. Let's go. Okay, so it can diagnose lots of different things. Okay, great. And it can read flash information. Okay, we're gonna hit OK. And let's get with some scanning. I would like to try to initialize my wife's window if I could. Okay, I did the automatic search, so it's going to go ahead and pull up the information. It was actually really quick with this car. Wow. I guess maybe it has less modules. Health report, special function. So system scan. Let's do a full system scan. I guess some cars take longer than others. This is 4080. Wow, this one's fast. You can see right there, 100%. So what do we get? Not much. So we can see powertrain, restraint, and transmission control, and ABS. Well, oops. Let's go back to where we were. Alright, reflash. Well, that's not really what I want to do. I thought we could see more information, but unfortunately, you cannot on a Mazda. Or, I'm not doing it right, but... So we do have some actuation tests. OBD2 function, I would imagine, would be for emissions regulations once again. Right, readiness completed. We can see that 7 are done. Readiness not completed. Oh, look at that. Readiness not supported is 2. What's not completed? I know that I went through emissions already. Read readiness data. Yes, readiness status after. Readiness status during the current drive period. Yes. So we got misfire, catalyst, not supported, complete, not supported. ECU, EGR, O2 sensor. So I don't know why it told me that I had one that was not complete. All of them are complete. I was hoping to see body module on this, but looks like you can't. I can clear fault codes and special function. Let's see what that can do. I can do an evap emissions test. Okay, I mean, I guess there's some value in that, but I'm really not seeing anything body related, and that is what the manufacturer allows these generic scan tools to actually do. So it looks like I can do transmission, special function again. Let's go back, and that's it. Well, there you have it. That's the Maximus 3.0 Matco version of the launch. I mean, it does have some value. Let me just go over some quick pricing. Let's talk about pricing for this bad boy. It is about $4,500 for this device, which, I mean, would have great value for a shop. Maybe this would be one of the tools that a shop would use. Updates are about $800 a year. They are live, so that's good information that they always continually update to this. And then the Max Fix, which the login is not working. My Matco guy tried to set it up. He said he did set it up, but it's still not working. So that is a separate subscription for $1,200 a year. So this is a little expensive for the home mechanic. I know that it is out of my price range to actually use at home. But it was nice that Matco let me borrow this and give it a shot and be able to show you what it can and cannot do. I would give you this one suggestion then. So if you decide that you would purchase this, you should ask your local Matco dealer to use it on your car. What can you do on your car? Can you scan your car? Can you just see OBD2? Can you actually access body modules? I would say, you know, hey, if I'm going to spend $4,000 on this, let's see if it's going to do what I want it to do for my particular car. My Dodge, good. All right, I can see a lot of great info. This Mazda, not so good. The BMW, I probably could do a lot with the BMW if I had the right adapter, but since I forgot the adapter, it's not going to help me today. So just a couple of quick things. This is a 10.1 touchscreen. It does have 1080p resolution. It is 64-bit processor, 4 gig memory, and the battery life, like I mentioned earlier, is about 8 hours. So, and you get updates all year round. So there is value in this device. Is it 4,500 plus 800 plus the Max Fix, which was 1,200, I believe. Yep. Well, that's up to you to decide. Let me know what you think of the device, and if you've had experience using it, let me know. Give me your opinion. I'd be happy to hear what you think. And thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video and watched the whole thing, thank you very much. And I do have a great video planned for this Thursday. It relates to, well, I don't want to give it away, but it relates to car vehicle batteries. But I hope you enjoy the video that's going to be posted on Thursday. If you like it, please send it to social media. Send it to your friends. Have everybody watch it. I'm trying to build my channel so that I can provide more services to you and more cars and more videos. And you subscribing will help convince my wife to let me keep doing this. So thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe, and likes and positive comments are appreciated.